Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make it a 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47.
Switch.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. He's to the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Cohen will take it in. Touchdown Bears. Looking sharp. Guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Mon now off of play action. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Play action. It's Fields. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A give to Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Handoff right side to Wangu. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mond. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
Elliott running right. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They'll roll him out right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. He's going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. Oh, and now some space to operate. Touchdown, Chicago! Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Bears push further out in front. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the Bears are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. And, Charles, yeah, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You're trying to get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
119 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. A play fake, now Fields to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Looking left side, he's got it complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. On second down, it's Elliott. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Fields on third down. Throwing left side, it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. On first down, Elliott. Well, they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now Elliott. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 57 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Off the play fake, Mon. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this one is incomplete.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in a field goal range now at the 27-yard line. So a first catch for him in the ball game. And you know the scuttlebutt has been he's not getting enough touches, enough catches, not feeling involved enough in the offense. So maybe that can get him going.
You and I both know.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, Deontay Harris. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. One play action, Fields. And that is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Second and 10. Back to throw. Fields. That one complete to Elliott. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Fields. Oh, Mooney, what a catch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Santos' kick is up and through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll throw now on the final play. And he whips that one incomplete there. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
63 yards on the ground for him so far. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They go play action here. Mon eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach. And let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott fighting through, and he's got space. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one 28 yards on the ground. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Here's Fields. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. There are 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mon. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Mon. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here's Mon.
Escaping the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Josh Jones. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd and 7, Fields. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Fields.
He'll get this to Elliott.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check 3, check 3.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. You can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Fields now to throw.
Throw complete to Herndon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll go option to the short side. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one.
Complete to Mooney on the slant.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah.
There he goes left side. He's at the 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They go to Elliott again. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
It's brought in by Harris. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter.
Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bears are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead.
What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Santos with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Touchdown here, Santos, to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Nice little juke. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, they'll run with Nwangu. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Mon going to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. 33 yards that time. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Chicago, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.